Incoming transmission standby. Welcome to the Nod News Network. South Africa disputes U.S. claims that weaponry was shipped to Russia. Pretoria did not go against its policy of neutrality in the Ukraine war, according to President Cyril Ramaphosa. President Cyril Ramaphosa declared on Sunday that a government investigation into U.S. suspicions that a Russian ship brought a shipment of weapons from South Africa last year had turned up no evidence. Ruben Brigitte, the U.S. ambassador to South Africa, accused Pretoria in May with providing Russia with weapons and ammunition, alleging that the items had been put on board the Lady A cargo ship in Simonstown in December 2022. In the midst of the war between Russia and Ukraine, Brigitte criticized South Africa for supposedly breaking its non-alignment policy. Brigitte was called to the South African Foreign Ministry as a result of the charges, and President Ramaphosa criticized the U.S. for undermining the spirit of cooperation. The leader promised to launch an investigation even though he said there was no proof to back up the envoy's assertions. Sergei Lavrov, the foreign minister of Russia, advised Brigitte to mind his own business and refrain from interfering in the affairs of Moscow and Pretoria. The government panel, according to Ramaphosa's announcement on Sunday, found no evidence that any cargo of weapons was loaded for export onto the ship Lady A or that the boat had transported weapons intended for Russia. The accusers, he continued, had shown no proof to support their claims, which had hurt South Africa's economy and reputation internationally. The investigation, according to Ramaphosa, involved testimony from around 50 people and a review of more than 100 documents. It was proven that the ship had delivered the equipment that Armscor, a corporation that purchases weapons, had requested for the South African military. He argued that making the report public or disclosing specifics about the weaponry given would jeopardize critical, South African, military operations. According to Ramaphosa, the necessary permissions had been secured for the import of the commodities, and there was no proof of criminal activity. Since the days of the Soviet Union, South Africa and Russia have had close ties. Although it has declared itself impartial in the Ukraine conflict, it has charged that Western sanctions on Moscow have harmed bystander countries. Russia is one of the members of the BRICS Economic Organization, which held a significant summit in South Africa last month. It participated in naval drills with Beijing and Moscow in February, which Washington criticized. This has been the Nod News Network, transmission complete.